May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord. Please be seated. So, Epiphany. Our Magi have traveled during Advent from the back window, along the sides. Last week they were on the piano, and today they're at the stable. Years ago here at St. James, I was trying to put on the nativity play. Due to some flu, we were a bit short of participants on the day. So I had the idea to enlist our own wise men and had 3 senior gentlemen bring the gifts to the baby. Velvet turbans and all. It's easy to imagine the Magi, riding camels, velvet cloaks. It's a classic scene on many Christmas cards. I bet some of you even know their names. However, apart from the gifts, none of these details appear in Matthew's account. What we do know is that the Magi are outsiders. They are not Jewish. Some scholars believe they could be Zoroastrian priests from Persia. Perhaps Matthew wants us to understand that even foreign dignitaries will recognize their place and pay homage to the one they call King of the Jews. Interestingly, the phrase King of the Jews does not appear again until the Passion. Matthew shows us that this account is of God's activity, prophesied long ago and manifested in a star to guide them. The Magi bow down in humility before the baby and his mother and offer gifts of treasure. Whoever the Magi were, we can see that they are learned men, stargazers. They study the signs in the sky. But they are not content to stay in their own land and observe the skies. They undertake what must have been an arduous journey. They seek reality to connect to their learning, answers to their question. Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we have observed his star at its rising. Last Sunday, Mother Michelle told us about the tyranny of King Herod, how he was terrified to lose power, and he is clearly not happy with this question. So he calls his chief scribes and priests. These are also learned men. However, it does not occur to them to use their knowledge to look carefully at God's evidence. What stops them from seeing the star? Are they too busy? Too involved in the day-to-day work? What stops us from seeing the star? Are we too busy to see it? The Magi were Gentiles. They probably didn't know the scriptures. But God reaches out to them and leads them using what they already know. Stars and heavenly signs were thought to signal important events, big news. On New Year's Day, Mother Michelle and I went to the Bishop's Levee, and the homilist there spoke of God's good news being leaked out, like a news story of today being leaked to social media. We see the news of Emmanuel, God among us, leaked to the shepherds, and in this gospel, leaked to the Magi in the form of a star. How and to whom can we also leak this good news? We also hear in this gospel the gifts that are brought, gifts fit for a king, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold, I think, is pretty obvious, lots of gold around kings. Frankincense and myrrh are from tree resin and used in perfume and incense. Frankincense is most often associated with priests. So gold for a king, frankincense for a priest. Myrrh is more challenging. Myrrh means bitter in Arabic. When the resin is exposed to air, it hardens into scarlet drops on the tree bark. When ground up and burned, it releases a beautiful fragrance. It is used for medicinal qualities as a type of antiseptic. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus is offered wine mixed with myrrh at his crucifixion. It's also used for embalming and was used in Jesus' burial. Kind of a strange gift for a baby. But the wise men were indeed wise. Myrrh is a fitting gift for a baby born into the violent world of Herod. Fitting for a humble king who will be put to death as a threat against the empire. A fitting gift for our king who comes to lay down his life for us. So this week, let us, like the Magi, go and leak the good news to God among us, to everyone, and to bring our treasures, whatever they may be, to lay before the baby king. Amen.